And live in Houston, a glimpse of that famous train here at Minute Maid Park. What a battle going on in the Lone Star State. The Astros face off against the Rangers here in Houston. Glad to have you join us. Get a chance to see that lineup. Let's take a look for the Rangers. Scouting pick, John. Who are we looking at today? And we've got Andrus batting. And a loss in the last outing for the Astros. They'd like to turn it around quickly here. Game 2 of this series against Texas. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. So looking at that game, only 3 hits out of their offense. They were shut out.
That's just one indication of how great the pitching was in that game.
And with 2 strikes on him now, Elvis Andrus. He'll look at anything close and go after it.
Well, got to try to make some contact in this ball game today because he swung and missed a little bit too much, striking out twice in his last game.
And Elvis Andrus is gone, swinging strike 3.
But Gary, he's not messing around, going right at him on the 0-2 count. He didn't waste anything. He just went right for the jugular.
Andy and Kinsler to bat. Well, it was a short trip to the postseason last year for the Rangers. Things really fell apart for them, and it came out of nowhere. They played themselves into the wild card game, and then red hot Orioles took them. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Kinsler now cut that swing down. Looking back at that wild card game, the Rangers, it seemed they thought they had locked up the division for months. Oakland taking the American League West in the final day. The Rangers, that swung on, hit on the ground. Oh, and he bobbles this thing. And he can't recover in time. That's going to go as an error. Here's a look at how the Stros will match up defensively.
I think the key defensively is to just not get too fancy. You don't have to make the razzle-dazzle plays. Get routine outs. Just don't allow them extra base runners or extra outs in the game.
That's hit foul by Cruz. The pitch. Nelson Cruz not fooled by that pitch, and the count is evened up.
Well, Nelson Cruz, absolutely a power hitter, legitimate run producer in this league. Needs to make a little bit more contact to drive in even more runs, but I think he can do it.
2 down. Here's a look at the league leaders at the plate last season. A look at Beltre. He shows up 3rd.
But here's a guy that played at his peak performance last year, Gary. I mean, you talk about a guy who was tough to get out. He put the ball in play, made a lot of things happen for this ball club, and he had an outstanding season.
First pitch was a strike. 0-1 now. That one's on the ground, but he gets it in front of him. The 1-1. Here's a swing and a miss at the fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, boy, wouldn't you have loved to seen him connect with that one to see how far that would go. Fastball hitter on fastball pitcher.
Hit up the middle. Viller throws on to first. Side is retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. And doing the pitching, it'll be Alexei Ogando. He's starting the game for Texas. Steve, what's he got in mind now as he faces Houston?
Well, the manager has to like his chances today, sending out this quality right-hander to the mound, especially against this other lineup. So he's going to keep an eye on the righty, just make sure he executes his pitches and stays on the game plan.
And it's 0-2. Jose Altuve going to be swinging now on anything near.
Well, this one here was no doubt about it. The late break on that slider. I mean, what a devastating pitch, and the hitter just couldn't catch up.
Here's a swing and a fly ball. And the catch by Rios. 1 down.
The center fielder has a good angle to run this one down. He calls off the left fielder. Great catch.
Here's the lineup for the Astros. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand up?
Well, in the age of the store-bought swings, J.D. Martinez is not that guy. He has a very unconventional swing at the plate, but it works for him, and that's why he's so successful.
And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's 1 down here.
Well, he waited for that one to get deep in the zone, and he put a good swing on it. Now, with 1 out, let's see if they try to move him along.
And in the batter's box, it's Carter.
Well, you'd expect a team like the Astros to finish dead last in the league to have problems playing at home. And that's true to some extent, but they're at the bottom of the barrel in most major categories last season.
Strike swinging there from Ogando. Carter, ooh, nailed it. Goodbye, it's gone. Home run. The Astros are on the board with a big fly. And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a two-run shot like that.
Well, looking at the Astros, they've looked strong as they've been able to take the lead. Now they want to keep the pressure on and add some more runs if they can.
And a swing and a miss on Ogando's pitch to make it 0-1. And Steve, they wanted to get out in front, now with a chance to continue here, building up a little padding.
And right now is the time when they want to strike. The pitcher hasn't settled into any rhythm.
Now Texas made it look easy today as they showed up to play and the bats were swinging.
We'd like now to take a look at our player of the game. Let's make a pick. And when you take to the road, Steve, any win will do. But when you get this kind of offense, it's very...